everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Spooky Scouts. If you've been following on YouTube, you've missed a whole season of episodes. They're edited and published on your favorite podcast platforms, and you can find them in the links below. For this season, though, I'll be uploading the streams and all of our extra content here, so I hope you enjoy it, and take care, tweethearts! Oh, welcome to Spooky Scouts! Spooky Scouts, welcome, gather around the campfire, and we are going to start talking about some interesting things. A lot of UFO news, a lot of things like that. Also, Kiddo just redeemed Drunk Frakes, so we're gonna have to watch Drunk Frakes really quick, because that's one of the rewards if you redeem in our stream chat of the CBGB. So here you go. Enjoy.
What really happened here? Who was the cowboy who confronted Johnny and Larry that night? Was the old woman in on it too? Could Danny have been hallucinating? But if Dan was hallucinating, who ate house food? What about the mysterious behavior of the barbecue lid? Was it really the nanny? Does this story seem possible? Was the morgue attendant in on the reception too? Were there gases trapped within the milk bucket that caused the activity? How was the doctor able to send email without a computer? Was the sewing machine taken over by the spirit of Byron's grandmother? Could a plant really identify a murderer? Is it possible that a parrot could give a young girl the will to live? Was the sister's husband really the victim of amnesia? But then how do you explain?
I do! It looks just like beyond belief.
I know, I tried.
Is this story true? Can a fertilized octopus egg ingested into the human system actually grow inside the body? Do you believe this story?
That's it. There we go. Oops.
We did
I pushed the wrong button. I'm sorry. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Enjoy. Enjoy. That was Frakes slowed down to where he sounds like he's drunk.
He's giving you drunk advice.
Oh, we got parrot emote for the hype train. Hype squawk. Look at him. Look at him. Dootin'. So cute. Yeah, obviously this is our first episode back, so it's a little rough, but it's fine. It's fine.
A little chaotic,
just learning the new emotes. I kept the chickens the same just because we all like the chickens, so.
Oh, I love the chicken.
Oh my god, the fertilized octopus egg is so awful. Thank you for the 100 bits, Pipita. It's Frank saying, do you believe in the power of a curse? I actually went and just isolated all of those sounds. And just like took them all from the videos just so we could use them.
You are so chaotic, honestly, and I love it. You got so much done.
I had fun. I was having fun.
We had fun with the rebranding. All of everywhere on every listening platform, it should now be Spooky Scouts.
Yay.
The Patreon is now Spooky Scouts. I think I need to change the coffee still. Our email is still spookysaturdaystories@gmail.com, but we may make a new one, but still use the old one too.
Yeah.
In case you want to use that one as well. But yeah, I think we got everything changed over. We got a new logo.
Yeah, Kayla made the new logo. It's great. It's great.
Yay! Yeah, I love this new logo. We talked about this for a while to kind of get the right aesthetic, that kind of like clean, classic Boy Scout look, but then like make it spooky.
Yes. Thank you for subscribing, Spectral Kittens. Yeah, we're happy to be back. Again, this is just an update episode. We're going to be having our book club episode soon and a bunch of other fun things. This one's just kind of like because we've missed a bunch of UFO news since we started.
I have some other news too that's non-UFO that I'm excited about.
That's exciting.
And for anyone that doesn't know the book, the first book we're going to talk about is called Ablaze by Larry Arnold. So if you want to pick it up and read it before we talk about it, please check it out. I mentioned that in the Discord, but just so everyone knows, it's called Ablaze, about spontaneous human combustion.
Yes. So. Yeah. And Only Play Wizards, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the chat.
Yay,
Everyone enjoy
thank you.
your emotes. Throw some frakes around. And I forgot to show you, Kayla. Flumpton sent me a lovely birthday present. I don't know if I can reach him back here. Hold on. He's back here. And
Both of our
and
birthdays
some
were
lovely books,
recently.
too. Some wonderful books. But look at this little
Stop.
Mothman.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Flumpton. Look at his
That is so
He's got little
cute.
hands.
Stop.
I know.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I don't know. Where'd you get it, Flumpton? It's
Please.
incredible.
Please let us know. I need one for my desk at work.
Yeah, and thank you for all the books, too. I love them all. It's wonderful. You're very sweet. Wonderful Mothman. But he's been sitting behind me because Feathers has decided that he wants to kill Mothman. And Mothman has become a target for Feathers because Mothman has big red eyes, which to Feathers means enemy.
Pretty scary, honestly.
Yeah. But thank you so much. It was wonderfully sweet. I also have a couple other mail things. Hold on. Let me grab this real quick. I should have gotten this ready, but you know, hindsight, it's fine.
No,
it's fine.
that's okay.
This was from, This is from Andy West. This was another book, and I haven't quite looked into the book yet, but it made me laugh, like, really hard. It's The Girl's Ghost Hunting Guide.
What? Does the ghost have eyelashes? Like
Yes!
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Yes.
Stop.
The ghost has eyelashes. Toros, Kenzie, thank you for subscribing. Tier 1. Thank you. Yeah, the ghost has eyelashes. There's some ghost stories. Different. The best part is Know Your Ghosts, which it has different kinds of ghosts. And I'm like, for girls? Just
For only girl ghosts.
only girl ghosts? Like what?
Only girls.
But
only
it has
girls know.
like poltergeist, shadow people, haunting, possession, signs of a haunting. I'm like, but it's all just like really girly. Like,
That's amazing.
I know. So we have that book to go through. I also have one that I picked up in the desert called The Desert Oracle, which is a bunch of like zines and stories from the desert in California and Nevada. It's got some good little images in there.
Ooh, those are some good icons.
Yeah, so we have some more fun things to go through. And after today, one of my things that I'm bringing to the table is also some things I found in the desert, which I used in the graphics for this, which are these really bizarre magazines called Flying Saucers from the 60s, from 1968, in like perfect condition. They're just like the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America.
Those are so cool.
They're like so weird. They're only like a couple bucks at this weird antique store in the middle of Joshua Tree. And like just the middle of the desert. So I have some and they actually have like the best part of these is that they have like accumulated articles in it, so we can actually read old articles like from the 60s. So
those might be good for story time.
Yeah, so I have some of those to read, which is very fun. Oh, Bees of War! Thank you for gifting 13 subs, the spooky number.
Oh. Thanks for the gift sub. One was given to me.
Oh, yay! Kayla got one too! Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bees of War. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. It's like, I feel like I always like have to learn how to stream again once I like take
Me
a
too.
break.
I feel so like disoriented. So this is good. We're doing just an update.
Thank you. We appreciate your support.
It'll be great. And I'm glad you have show and tell this episode, because next episode I will have attended the Bigfoot Convention again.
Oh my god!
And I'm going to pick up whatever I can find.
Oh my god, like the vampire book.
Yes, so that's where I got the infamous vampire book, everyone. So maybe I will find something else. I'm going to do my best. It's next weekend. So if anyone is local to Virginia and wants to come along, DM me on Discord, because I will be going definitely Saturday, maybe Sunday as well. It's 2 days. It's a 2-day event.
2 days?
Yeah, I don't know, because they have that many speakers, but most of them are on Saturday, and then they're showing a local film.
Oh no!
So if anyone is in my area, DM me on Discord. I will be going on Saturday and trying to pick up some good show and tell stuff.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I wish that like we'd know. I don't know. I would have come out. For it.
I know. I didn't know it was happening for the longest time, and then
like you never know.
It is happening. Yeah,
I know. Well, soon we can do our on location episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to travel soon. I am gonna be able to travel more after this year, so that'll be good. So I will come out there and we will do some fun stuff. It's gonna be great.
Wizard of D. I think I watched it. Well, during the break, I watched a lot. I watched a lot of really dumb documentaries. There was a bunch of decent UFO ones, I think on Hulu, that were really good, but the Sasquatch ones were always bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was like, oh, I don't know. It was questionable. But yeah, I watched a lot of them, so.
Yeah, I feel like I also watched some things, but I don't remember because the past few months have been like crisis mode off and on. But we're here, we're thriving. I'm not thriving, but I will say it for your benefit.
You will. You're fine. Kayla's okay. You're okay.
I'm A-okay.
Yeah, you're A-okay. You're A-okay.
I'm A-okay.
But other than that, yeah, I went to the desert. That was fun. Saw some weird art. That was exciting. Oh my god, Domino Mio Games, the UFO, that was what I watched the most of, I watched really terrible, like, UFO documentaries, just really terrible, like, just so bad, and, like, all of them were just using terrible stock footage, and it was just bad. Like, I'm like, there's real UFO news out there, you guys, why are you
you could report on that.
Why are you, like, showing this, like, awful mask, or whatever? I also have one of the most recently released videos to show everyone.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, which I hate. If you want to see it, we can watch it.
Is it a floating object?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
it's Holly's favorite.
It's from the USS Russell and the USS Omaha. It's captured video appearing to show UFOs flying, hovering, and splashing into the ocean.
Splashing?
Yeah, I hate this one.
Okay, I do want to see this. I want to see this.
Like, we've shown the Tic Tacs before. Like, you guys have seen the Tic Tacs. We've shown those, which are all terrible. Oh no, the light switch!
The light switch is coming for you. Thank you for making that, especially for me.
I did. I was like, it's the spookiest emote. The light switch.
The light switch.
Yeah. Okay, so this is from the USS Omaha. This is actually military footage of a UFO. I'm just gonna play it so you can just check it out right below us. Because I've actually made a space for us to show things. Anyway, I hate how it moves through the sky like that. I hate it a lot. I hate that a lot. It looks like it's like scanning the ocean. It looks like it's scanning the ocean. And this doesn't have audio, but you can hear in the background like the guys talking about it. Like, we don't know what it says.
Break Omaha, pick me kid, Rock Hill Crawl to passability to launch Hilo ASAP.
Like, it's just there. That's it. There goes the ocean.
You're making sense. We could probably bring that 35 relatives for you.
I hate that it moves back and forth. I hate it. Oh, you can't.
A lot of white water up there, so 6 foot swells. Whoa, it's getting close.
Yeah, it just goes, and then watch. Watch is gonna be gone. Watch, I hate it.
We have 31 knots sustained wind.
Light switch.
Topside, gust of 40.
Get it. Ah! It's gone.
Splash.
It's gone.
Mark bearing and range.
That's it. That's it. Ugh. Yeah, so that was another one that the government was just like, oh yeah, that's real. Like, the U.S. government said that was real. Like, oh yeah, that's real. It's real. No big deal. No big deal, everyone.
Deal. It kind of just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
No big deal.
But what I hate about it is in the beginning, this part, where it's just like scanning the ocean. I'm like, ooh, no, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Looks like it's just scanning the ocean. Nope. Do not like.
What's it looking for?
What's it looking for, Kayla?
What's it looking for?
What's it looking for? I don't know. I hate it. Yeah. So that's terrible.
Wow.
Oh, Angel, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like we're also very disorganized this time. Whatever. Look at some UFOs.
No, we're getting
it's
back
spooky.
in the swing of things.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's been a while. We're shaking off.
And
the
it's
rust.
really hot. It's really hot up here.
It's really hot. I don't have my air
I
conditioner.
don't either. And it's just hot.
Getting kind of sweaty.
How big was it? It was like big. That ship. It was big. It was a big like ship size thing. It wasn't drone sized. It was big.
I hate this. I hate everything about that. And it's interesting because did you look up the updates on the UFO news release?
No, that's what I was going to do that and I forgot. So I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I looked up a couple fairly recent articles. So I don't know if anything happened after the stuff that I found, because I found these and got mad.
Yeah. Wait, before you start, Taurus, that's exactly what I think. And I should have shown you guys this comic that made me laugh. But Taurus just said, they definitely chose the right time in human history to reveal the existence of UFOs because we're all collectively just over everything.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just like nothing. I feel like I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And nothing will surprise me anymore. So you could just tell me and like, I don't know, I'll be like, bring it on. It's fine.
Yeah.
We've been through it.
Yeah, there was a comic about that, like on Reddit, I think I saw it. And it like showed like, it was just like an alien talking to like a guy, like one of those meme looking guys. And it was like, aren't you like shocked? And he was like, man, I got a lot going on.
Man, I had quite a year.
He was just like, I got a lot going on. I was like, yeah, I guess. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Okay. I just wanted to commiserate that because that's what I feel like is happening.
Yes. So this article is BBC News from the 4th of June. So that's a couple weeks ago. And I saw this in a couple different places, the same kind of title. But it says U.S. military UFO report does not confirm or rule out alien activity. So basically, the article says the review of 120 incidents is expected to conclude that U.S. technology was not involved in most cases. But beyond that, the report makes no definitive assessments about what the objects might be, officials said. A declassified version of the report is due to be handed to lawmakers in June. So I have not heard that has happened yet. It's June 20th, so we still have time. I don't know if anybody in the chat has anything more recent than this. But basically, the article goes on to say that what they've deduced thus far is that it is not U.S. military, but they feel like it's someone else's technology. They basically do not confirm that it's UFOs, but they don't not confirm it. But they end up suspecting that it is just some foreign technology.
Interesting.
But from Earth.
Oh, come on.
Without saying it. Yeah, it's like, it's very like flip-floppy and like basically ending up at, I don't know, is what I've heard. So I don't know if anything more has been released in June other than what this is saying, but I suspect it will be more of that, where they're just like, we actually can't confirm or deny, but we no longer believe it is not of this Earth. We assume, because when you get down to it, how are they ever going to say with 100% certainty that it is not from Earth? They would never say that. They would never say that for sure.
They wouldn't, because also, like, in reality, they don't know for sure. And an easy way to get people to not freak out is to just be like, oh, we don't know if it's from Earth or not. It could be.
Yeah.
Like, because they're not gonna, like, dredge up the Roswell bodies and be like, we got these little guys that we got from the desert. We found them. Their ship crashed. That's why you have an iPhone. Like, they're not gonna... Like, they're not gonna, like, say... Though that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But, like, they're never gonna release that kind of stuff. They're pretty much just saying, like... I think they're just doing it to get people, like, off their back.
Yep.
Like, to be like... Oh, no, there's no secret alien projects. We told you about all the stuff that we do. We told you. See?
Yep. So, basically, it seems like it's... all this stuff... some of it leaked. I guess the Tom DeLonge stuff leaked and things came out. And then it came down to the wire where they needed to release stuff, and they give a traditional government non-answer. So
that's what they say, huh?
Right. Yeah, it's just like, because they can't. I feel like they're never going to say we suspect it to be not of this Earth, even though they have kind of said that already. I remember the Navy has said that about one of the videos, that they did not see it as Terran technology.
Right.
But now they're going to say that they feel like it is just some kind of foreign technology that we are not aware of.
How is that any better?
Yeah, they're just like, we're not going to say it's not of this Earth, because then I guess they're just trying to avoid the hysteria, because if you get down to this point where everyone knows this declassification is happening and the announcement is maybe it's from space, everyone will freak out.
I think it's bad. either way. Like, I'm like, so you're admitting these things are real and you don't know what they are. It'd be worse if it was like Russia's. Like, yeah. I feel like
I'd be more scared.
Yeah, I'd be more scared if it wasn't some like advanced species that was like, oh, we're smart enough to be nice and don't have a nuclear arsenal. Like,
yeah, it's So
good old shirtless Putin's just out there like, yes, this is my UFO.
This is mine. I made
that was
it
my
myself.
Putin accent.
Yeah, it's great. It sounded just like him.
Oh my god. Alien comrade.
Yeah, there's the article does go on to say that CNN said it spoke with 3 sources who said the report does not rule out extraterrestrial activity as a possible explanation in some of these cases. There is, however, no evidence that aerial phenomena witnessed by Navy pilots in recent years were alien spacecraft, the Times reported. Citing intelligence officials, the newspaper said the experimental technology of a rival power, such as China or Russia, could account for at least some of the aerial phenomena.
I don't want that either.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not good either, please.
No. Ugh. Yeah, I'm assuming that Putin is from Earth. Who knows? No human walks around shirtless that much.
No. I mean, humans around here, I guess, but...
That's what I was saying, the Dawn Seeker. They said, we already know that human governments are dumb and hostile, so at least if it's aliens, they might be nice. Yeah.
It's true.
Like, I don't want it to be...
here to help us.
Yeah, I don't want it to be a government from here. They're bad. Ugh.
I want the aliens to come and, like, save the planet from us, honestly, more than anything. That's what I was hoping for. We are destroying it very quickly.
Well, that was one of the documentaries I watched on Hulu had the interview with those kids from South Africa that saw the aliens. And literally, the aliens, like, sent images into their heads saying, like, oh, yeah, like, technology's bad. You're killing the planet. And I'm like, yeah, that's what they're saying. That sounds right to me. That sounds correct.
Reasonable.
That sounds like what's happening. Like, they're just like, this is bad. Turn off your nukes, you dummies. And now they're just like, whatever. Like, you did this to yourselves. Bye.
Yeah, you didn't listen to us. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. See ya. I know. Yeah, it's interesting. Also, since our last broadcast, I've been reading a lot of apocalypse fiction.
Yeah, I know you read Swan Song, which I started.
Yes, it's weird.
Not finished it. Yeah, when you said how it gets, I was like, do I want to read
It's weird. I mean, it's really well written, but boy, is it weird. But I loved Hollow Kingdom, which is a really great apocalypse book. And I've been following this subreddit that's like r/collapse. So I've just been reading. I'm at The Stand now. Now I'm reading the Stephen King book.
Oh, is the Hollow Kingdom one about the bird?
Yes, Hollow Kingdom's about the crow. That one's amazing.
I bought it because you recommended it.
Yes.
It's in my stack. It's going to be after I finish this next book. So
yeah, you got to read it. It's so good. I loved it. It was incredible.
There's a sequel coming out, right? Or
in August.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's so soon.
I know, it's soon. I'm excited. Yeah, The Stand. I don't know, Stephen King, The Stand. That's what I'm on now. It's about a virus though, which is a little on the nose.
Too real, too soon for me. No, thank you. I will pass on that one.
It's a little on the nose.
I liked Swan Song because it had a professional wrestler as
a
main character, and I was like,
it does. Yeah, I'm really. I don't know. I want to see this report come out. I find it really interesting that they've been taking such a long time to put. It's like they're like, it's going to come out in June, and they sure are taking their sweet time.
Yeah, I'm like, we have an amount of time left, a very short amount.
Like a week and a half? Like,
yeah.
Like, where is it, my dudes? Is it coming out? Or...
And maybe it's just this. Maybe it'll just, like, come out, and then, like, their main announcement is, it's not anything. It's fine. When you look at this, please understand, we don't know. But it's not maybe aliens, maybe not. Question mark.
Yeah. Question mark. I don't know. It's I've been watching all that stuff. I've been watching all the videos come out, all these documentaries and stuff, and it really does seem like people are just like, "Oh yeah, I guess this is just a thing."
Yeah. I feel like this is the time for this stuff to happen because like you said, I feel like we're all just like, "Okay. Sure." I mean, I haven't, I went a whole year without seeing my family, so, sure.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Canary. Thank you so much. Oh, so sweet.
So sweet.
They said that I helped them. Like, well, hopefully it was doing more than just talking about aliens, because that's only scary.
No, that's helpful too.
It's true. It is helpful. We're not alone.
We're not alone.
It gives us empathy for other creatures, like animals. Yeah.
So what news did you bring to the table? Tell me something that you got.
I mean, I just wanted to show that video, and then I have an article on it, but like,
yeah, I want to hear about this because that was disgusting.
Oh yeah, the thing where it's like beep boop moving, but the like, I don't know, like the articles are all the same. Like it's just like like it's literally like, I don't know if you all saw this, but Obama admitted to not knowing what they were in an interview.
He said before, I thought he said when he was president that he implied about aliens.
Yeah. So so here's the quote from him. And of course they call it UAP because no one can say UFO because it's like too scary or whatever. Says the mainstream interest for UAP and the shift from conspiracy theory to congressional inquiry comes on the heels of 60 Minutes airing footage of infrared video of UAPs taken by military aircraft. Those are the 3 videos that we've all seen. And the one I just showed. In the same story, Ryan Graves, a retired Navy pilot, said he and other pilots had similar sightings every day for several years. Now that kind of freaked me out. I was like,
That's
saw these
a lot.
every day? Every day. So like UFOs are watching these guys every single day. And he says every day, Graves said in an interview that aired last month, every day for at least a couple years. And if you check out that 60-minute episode, it's actually really interesting. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube as well. It says, Rubio, who had previously called UAP a national security risk, went further by saying the stigma surrounding the topic should not keep us from having an answer to a very fundamental question. Former President Barack Obama echoed that sentiment a day later to CBS late-night host James Corden, which I'm just like, of course, like on a late show? Like,
yeah.
It says, what is true, this is Obama because he has a lot of pauses, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there is footage and records of objects in the skies. We don't know exactly what they are, Obama said.
This is like that, I keep forgetting to tell you when the MUFON meetings are because I need to renew my membership, but at that one MUFON meeting, they had an ex-Navy, I think. No, she was Air Force. It was ex-Air Force officer who is now a field investigator in Virginia. Yeah. And she talked about seeing stuff pretty regularly as well. Like where stuff would like block out the stars at night because they always have someone watching like in the flight towers or whatever. And like she said that happened pretty regularly at the base she was at.
I'm not surprised, like honestly. I'm really not. Like it makes sense. Because it's just they weren't talking about them. Like that seems to be the common thing is that they're not talking about them. Like they don't talk about whether or not they're they're real or not. They just see them and go, oh, okay, there's no way for me to report this, so I just whatever.
Right. And then it's like, for them, I feel like when you start seeing something that regularly, you don't really question it as much anymore, probably. Like, if, she would talk about, like, they would talk about it and be like, oh, yeah, I saw it again. Yeah. I saw that thing again in the sky. Like, it becomes regular day to day for them. And then that's kind of weird to think about, too.
Yeater Parker, which is a really funny name.
Oh, my God.
UFOs are notorious for observing military bases and nuclear power plants. In fact, I think it was ages ago, it was like 2003 or something when the Disclosure Project happened. Mm-hmm. There's a couple people talking about how they turned on and off the missiles. Like, and would... Right. Yeah. Like, it's very common for them to see those things. And, like, of course no one's going to talk about that because they're going to be like, uh-oh, someone turned on and off our nuclear missiles. The thing that could literally ruin the world.
Yeah, and it makes sense that they would be seen at military bases because that's what they're going to observe. Right? So, like, that does make sense. They're going to be, like... Yeah, because I remember someone saying about them, like, someone having nuclear missiles armed and the craft, like, turned it off. Like, that was in one of the things we watched, too. I can't remember.
Cultus Obscura. Yeah, we shouldn't have built those things. We should not have.
No.
We should not have. And I'm almost positive that, like, that's when we started seeing an influx of UFO stuff, because they're like, you got to get rid of these.
Yeah.
These are bad.
These are kind of bad.
Yeah, these are really bad. And also, thank you again, Canary. You're so sweet. Yeah, they're bad. Like, we should not have those. Nope. That should not be allowed.
We're gonna destroy ourselves, but that's fine.
Well, I think that's something that they're genuinely, like, worried about, is that they don't want us to destroy ourselves, and they're like, who knows, if they've lived for long enough to have this kind of technology, they should know, like, what a threat all that stuff is.
Yep. And I mean, like, at this point, we have spent so long destroying the environment and the earth and the atmosphere, and, like, we've done a lot of damage. We continue to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we should have learned by now, but alas.
Yeah. Oh, Turtle Queen, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Yeah,
Then
I
we
think
made NFTs.
Oh
so
my
here
God.
we are.
Yeah, I don't know if you all saw let's talk about this for a second. I just have to talk about this. Like, I can't handle Elon Musk. I can't handle.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. I can't.
Or Grimes. I can't handle either of them.
I can't handle it. I can't handle how, like, 1 second he's just like, memes, Doge, building a rocket, Doge, and I'm just like, oh my God, is this who we have? This is it. This is who we have. This is the future. Okay.
This is our brightest.
Like,
I don't know.
our brightest star is this guy. This guy.
Idiot.
I just can't. I know, I can't. I'm like, why are we putting trust in billionaires? Billionaires.
Oh,
yeah. The
is
worst.
Jeff Bezos in space?
He's
now?
going
Can
to
he
space
stay
too.
there?
He's going to space too.
Okay. Hopefully he stays up there.
But it's just like, it's like we've gone so hard into late stage capitalism that the only people who are doing exploration are billionaires.
Yeah. That's how it works. That's what matters. That's what gets you anything is money and,
Yeah.
Ugh. Depression.
Yup. Aliens, you can probe him. Have fun. We don't want him anymore.
Yeah, have fun. You could just, like, I mean, he's up there. He's already met you halfway. Go for it. Just take him, study him, whatever. You can.
Yeah.
Just don't clone him.
Yeah, no. I don't think it's Dogecoin's fault. I just think it's then he was on SNL as Wario, and I was like, I'm done. Goodbye. I can't handle this.
I can't. That's enough.
I can't. And then there was, like, the gif of him around going like, wow, and I was like, no, no, we're done. And then Dogecoin tanked because he was so bad at it.
This is the reality we live in. It's still, I really do feel like ever since beginning of 2020, we've been in a long form Black Mirror episode.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
That's why I've been reading all the dystopian fiction. I'm like, I need to feel like I'm safe and I'm at home in this chaos.
I need to feel like things could be worse.
Oh my God, just a crying pigeon. Oh. Yeah, so that's, I don't know. I also like Grimes getting that tattoo of, like, alien lines. Did
my
you
gosh.
See that? I was
yes,
like,
and I found her, she came across my TikTok For You page, and I was like, this person is maybe a little loopy. I don't know, like, because I used to listen to her music, and I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. And now I'm like, oh no.
uh-oh.
No, thank you. I'm good. Goodbye. And my favorite is, like, a TikTok trend is like, I found the new Grimes, and then they'll just make noises and be like, I'm Grimes now. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine.
Oh boy. I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting tattoo, but they were acting like it was the Sistine Chapel, and I was like,
yes.
Okay.
I was like, please calm down. It's and like talking about, like, all the computer mathematics they used to create it, and I was like, I could have created it. It's just, I could
have done that in Paint.
Yeah,
like
with my eyes closed. It's like a blind contour gone wrong. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Victoria. Yeah, it's spooky time. The spooky thing is billionaires. That's what this episode's actually about.
That's what.
Is that billionaires are spooky.
We've finally gotten to the point. It's
the
capitalism.
The spookiest is billionaires. Yeah, so in between UFOs being called real, billionaires being the spookiest, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos being the only people to explore space while our governments, I don't know, make more bombs. Who knows?
Yeah.
Billionaires. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think you said you had some news that's not UFO related.
I do. I wanted to talk about. There's two things. I found a Dumb Forum post just for a more recent Dumb Forum post.
I love those. We do love those.
There was a news article someone in the Discord requested we talk about, and then I also found a article on the Daily Yonder, from mid-March of this year about Bigfoot in Kentucky.
In Kentucky?
Yeah, in Kentucky.
Oh.
So a TV paranormal team says they found possible Bigfoot DNA in
Whoa.
Southeast Kentucky.
Wait, a TV paranormal team?
Yes.
That's awesome.
So would you like me to read this article?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's a little long, so I'll try to skim some parts.
Do you want story time up while you read it?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay. We'll make sure the music is still working too, because I want to do that. Okay, ready? There we go. It's just the blue lights.
Ooh, beautiful. Okay. A team of paranormal researchers and reality TV show investigators thinks Kentucky's southeastern mountains may hold the key to proving the cryptid, an animal whose existence is disputed. They had to define cryptid.
Wow.
Is out there. Bigfoot, or Sasquatch as he's sometimes called, is generally described as being 6 to 9 feet tall, covered in hair, and ever elusive. That's going to go into some Bigfoot history, but as we know, we are all experts here. I will say that one of the things I found interesting was in this article they name like regional Bigfoots. So I knew skunk ape.
Yes.
I never heard white thang.
Whoa.
But that's apparently Alabama's Bigfoot is white thang.
That's cool.
And then in Arkansas it's the Fook monster.
Sorry, white thing. I was like, is that a hard seltzer?
It should be. It should be. Wouldn't that be so good?
Hard seltzer, white fang.
White thang. So I don't know. Fouke. Fook.
Oh. Fook
Monster in Arkansas and Momo in Missouri. Momo.
Oh, I thought that was an internet thing.
No, it's Momo. That's what he's called in Missouri. And
Weird.
then Wild Man. He's called Wild Man in Tennessee.
So
some of those I did not hear. And interesting statistic they throw out here. According to the magazine Mental Floss, there has been a Bigfoot sighting in every single state except for Hawaii.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, Bigfoot wouldn't live in Hawaii. It's an island.
Interesting. No, but there's reports of small like fey creatures there. They're like little
Hawaii?
people. They're like tiny people. I can't remember their names right now, but there's a very common people see them all the time too. Still, they're like spirits of the islands. They're like tiny people.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this DNA finding, I think occurred in 2020 because it says in July and August of 2020, members of the Travel Channel's TV show Expedition Bigfoot filmed their second season in Kentucky. As part of their investigation, the team thinks they may have found Bigfoot DNA. The team, and they list everybody, which includes a primatologist, an ex-military / survivalist, and a Bigfoot researcher, uses the latest in technology to search for the elusive cryptid. From drone footage and trail cams, the group collects data and sends it to experts. And then they go on to say that there's a lot of different people searching, maybe only in that area. So using an advanced algorithm, the team determined the location of a 75,000 acre area in southeast Kentucky held the greatest mathematical odds of encountering a Bigfoot during a specific 21-day window when they were filming.
Oh, using math, huh?
Using math, just like
Dang.
Grimes.
Oh my god.
Starting there, they were able to find what they believe are migratory patterns of the famed cryptid, as well as a possible structure made from trees, similar to what others claim are made by Bigfoot creatures, which I have heard this. So they have a picture in here, but I saw this at the last Bigfoot convention.
Okay.
It's just sticks. It's just sticks made into a a pyramid. That's Bigfoot.
I'm gonna bring back us because for some reason the blue lights stopped moving. I don't know why. We'll figure it out later.
They're too scared.
Do you have a picture of the sticks? I mean, they just look like sticks.
Yeah, it's just sticks. It's like, if I were to describe it, it's literally like putting sticks into like a tent structure.
Yes,
that's all it is.
I've seen that. I've seen pictures of that too. I don't know how that's not just a stick that fell on another stick.
Or like a person could have done that. A person did that in the park near my house. I don't think Bigfoot was there.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure.
Is it because there were like White Claw cans crammed into a stump next to it? Is that
yeah? There was trash all up in that stump, which they refilled the stump with trash.
What?
So where I have to keep going back there and emptying the stump, and it's such a pain.
That's awful.
Okay. So these tree structures are thought to be an indication of Bigfoot creatures marking off their territory from other Bigfoot creatures. So the team then collected soil samples from under the structure and sent them to the UCLA California Environmental DNA Program for analysis. Environmental DNA is genetic material naturally left behind by animals in the environment. Analysis of the samples generates a snapshot of whatever animals or creatures are living in the area. According to Miroslava Mungia Ramos, the eDNA program project manager, analysis of the sample indicates another primate other than humans was in the area.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, he says what we're looking at are the unique organisms that we are able to identify. Our software does what's known as Metabar Coding, so it'll match up all the DNA sequences that we were able to detect and try to cross-reference them with the thousands of genomes that have been published, she said in an email interview. What I found very interesting was that, yes, we have detected human DNA in these areas, but we're still seeing different primate DNA. There wasn't just one human primate. There are several different primates, some sort of primate relative that exists in the data. Ramos says the DNA seemed to come from a species of chimpanzee that would not normally be seen in the rural hillsides of Kentucky. It's a real head scratcher, she said. It's important to note that the higher the detection, the more confidence we can say that whatever organism, whatever taxonomy we're looking at was apparent in the area. And in this case, we're looking at the pan genus or the chimpanzee genus. There's 3,000 reads.
Whoa.
For Mayer, this discovery is significant because it's based on science, not on lore or legend.
Right. But also, what if there's just a chimpanzee out there?
Yeah, someone just had a pet chimp. I would believe it.
I was gonna say, those are the places where the Tiger King people would have just unregulated zoos.
Yep.
So yeah, I wouldn't.
Kentucky for sure.
Yeah.
But interesting. In conjunction, I think the interesting thing is that they have this DNA and it was found in one of those structures that people very much believe is some Bigfoot territorial marking. So I think that's what's interesting. It could have been found anywhere and you could be like, oh, that's probably whatever. But it's those two things together that make it less of a coincidence and more of
Yeah, that's interesting. Also, chimpanzees are mean.
Yeah, they're gross. I do not like monkeys. I actually really hate monkeys. Sorry.
No, I do too, because I don't like humans. Humans are mean. So are monkeys.
Humans are gross.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's found that very interesting.
And in Kentucky too. It's an interesting.
In Kentucky.
It's interesting that they went looking for Bigfoot out there and not here.
It sounds like they maybe go to different areas in different seasons, because this is season 2 and they did this in Kentucky. So I don't know where they had season 1. But very interesting. I'm hoping that at this Bigfoot convention I'm going to, which is the ECBRO Bigfoot convention it's happening in the middle of nowhere. Let me see. I should have pulled up.
Yes, I'm sorry. We shouldn't say monkeys. Primates. We don't like primates.
Yeah, primates. Primates are not, I don't really like them. I don't like them.
No.
What is it? The ECBRO. Okay, so if you go to vabigfootcon.com, you will see the most poorly made website in the entire world.
I want to see.
So vabigfootcon.com. So if you wish to attend the Bigfoot convention, please join.
Oh boy. No.
There's a giant image on it that's taking forever to load.
No, why is he doing the horns? No, the font.
It's amazing. It's happening in Fort Defiance, Virginia, which literally is the middle of nowhere.
Did you see the guests? Did you see the she-squatches?
Yeah, the she-squatchers were there last year, so... And I wanted to buy one of their shirts for us, but I didn't, and maybe I'll get you a shirt this year from the she-squatchers.
There's the Squatch Watchers.
The Squatch Watchers.
I'm looking for more funny names. That's just it, I think. Yeah, the Squatch Watchers and the she-squatches.
The she-squatchers. If you click any of the links, it mostly says the website is under construction. So apologies. It's not my website, but you know.
It also says, attention, due to the possible expected overflow of people, we suggest bringing your own chairs.
Yeah. So the
is this tickets. A field?
I bought tickets, but the vendors are just free outsides. But I have tickets. I don't know if tickets are still for sale.
Never before seen documentary Elusive Legend.
Yeah, and I'm like, are they going to talk about Kentucky? I don't know. I'm very excited. That was very recent. I bet you someone will. Someone's going to talk about Kentucky. It's going to be a time.
You can ask questions. You have a topical question.
Yeah, I'm going to ask. I'll be like, hey, did you hear about that Kentucky DNA? And you're going to be like, oh, hell yeah, I did.
Yeah, you have a topical question. It's important.
I do. So I'll make sure to get you something nice because I have some more stuff to send you. So I'm going to get you an amazing prize, a treat.
Oh my God. Thank you. I await it with bated breath. I also await the literature that you can find there because that vampire book.
That was next level. I will never find anything that good ever again. I think about that sometimes and it feels like a fever dream. I still don't know where that book is. I threw it across the room.
It's gone.
After I was done with it, and it has disappeared.
My favorite was that it was like, you need to bully Wiccans.
Yeah, bully Wiccans. Wouldn't it be funny if you made a fake bomb and it was on their doorstep? I was like, no, it's not funny.
Okay, so vampires are criminals? Is that what this book's about? Criminal vampires, okay.
Vampires are just like terrible people is all I've learned.
Yeah.
But yes, I wanted to seg into the Bigfoot Convention from that Bigfoot article. So
yeah,
next weekend gonna be a time. I will get you a prize and I will bring back literature.
You should take some videos on your phone when you're there so that we can have some videos.
Yeah, I will.
If you take some phone videos and send them to me, I can edit a little like Kayla recap of the Bigfoot Convention.
I'm gonna wear my Bigfoot shirt you got me. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. I think the vampire book episode was also one of my favorites because
that's my favorite. Yeah, because it was just like, what is happening?
Oh man, that's some of my favorite stuff.
I will check out. Hopefully, Book Guy is there. If not, I know where he got those books, and I could just go to that bookstore. So, and they have like, it's just their sorting is not great, but that guy curates. So we'll report back on that.
It's great.
The other, okay, I'm going to end with the forum. No, let's go to the forum thing because it's literally just an update. We have talked about dragons before.
Yes.
So this was an old forum post about dragons, and there were some questions posed by, this is paranormalsoup.com. This is the forum.
Okay.
In 2018, Dazzled Dad posed some questions on this dragon posting, just about dragons in general. True North in March of 2021 decided to answer all of them. So I just wanted to give you some 2021 facts about dragons from this forum because why not? So Dazzled Dad asks, where do they live? And the answer is all over. They just stay out of sight.
Okay.
How many are there? And the answer is involving themselves with affairs on Earth. I don't know. Seems to be quite a few. So affairs on Earth? I was like, what? Okay.
Fact. Sounds like fact. Fact to me.
How big are they? The answer is larger than humans, but not nearly as large as most of their fantasy counterparts. What does that mean? I don't know. They're bigger than humans, apparently.
Okay.
The question, do they conduct their financial business under a human name? And the answer is anything is disputable. Their human business is conducted by humans. So yes, it's conducted under human names, human company and institution names. So apparently dragons have money and they conduct their business under like company names. So perhaps Jeff Bezos is the front for a dragon.
They're like Ferengis.
Unknown. Yeah, they're Ferengis. So do they have bank accounts or just a large amount of cash? And the answer is they control immense holdings of both capital and money. So I think dragons have bank accounts in 2021 is what this person is saying.
Cool.
Do these human agents and representatives know they're dealing with dragons? The answer is very few. So some people know that they're having financial dealings with dragons.
Oh, Toro says that this is just the plot of Shadowrun. So
oh, okay.
Someone's just talking about Shadowrun while just saying that dragons are real.
And the final question is, are there any records of financial transactions involving dragons?
What?
And the answer is X percentage of all daily human financial transactions involve dragons, meaning they're directed by dragons, not made by dragons. What? So every day there are financial transactions involving dragons.
Every day?
I'm very confused by these questions and these answers, but this is your 2021 update on where dragons are at. They have entered capitalism.
Okay. I mean, I feel like dragons were always a proponent for capitalism with their big hordes of money.
That's true. They were always just terrible little Ferengis.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's your answer about dragons. X percentage of all daily human financial transactions involve dragons. Please remember this every time you are purchasing something or, transferring money.
Yeah. Involving dragons is my favorite electro-pop band. Yes. That's a good update. I'm glad that we're aware now that if anyone wants to sell their Dogecoin, know that part of it's going to dragons.
Yeah, dragons are probably responsible for NFTs.
That Dogecoin's going to dragons.
Yep,
Now you know. Now you know. Now you know.
The Villain 76 says, I suspect X % equals 0.
Oh, boy. Incredible.
You never know.
Incredible.
So I wanted to give that. I just love the forum posts. They're just great. Mm-hmm. They're the best.
Yeah, and you have to figure that it's a specific audience for forums too.
Yes, it is. It is.
Oh, I saw that too, that Jeff Bezos is richer than Smaug.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, they did the math about it. Well, there's apparently 15 people who are richer than Smaug. Smaug.
Poor Smaug. He's not the richest anymore.
Nope. Well, would you guys like to hear one of the UFO mysteries from 1968?
Yes, please.
From the magazine? Yes. So this article is from the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, so the voice of the Northwest. So right here where I am, right here.
Oh my
gosh. I guess I can put on, it is story time. We're going to make it story time, but the lights stop moving after a while, so I'm sorry. I'll fix that. So let's do some story time. This article says, eerie red lights chased by plane.
Ooh.
By Fergus Hoffman. 9 ruby red lights soared back and forth across Puget Sound for more than 40 minutes last night, and one private pilot who chased them insisted they definitely were aircraft, but no one could prove it. Thousands of calls swamped civilian and military telephones in the Puget Sound region. The glistening objects, like embers in the heavens, far outshone the pale stars. They were eminently visible to watchers on the ground, but the Federal Air Route Control Center at Auburn and local military airfield towers could not spot them on radar. They ranged from the vicinity of Seattle's Space Needle across to the north end of West Seattle, back across Elliott Bay, and then disappeared one by one. The last one didn't just dim out and fade away like turning out a light on the rheostat? I guess that's something from the 60s that I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Rheostat? I don't know. Insisted pilot Rudy Malaspina of Des Moines. I was flying right below it, and it simply accelerated vertically and flew out of sight. Besides the FAA, the Coast Guard, Air Force, and law enforcement agencies, as well as the Post-Intelligence, received a flood of telephone calls starting shortly after 10:15 p.m. At 10:49 p.m., observers on the Post-Intelligencer building roof saw the last light suddenly wink out. So the people in the newspaper actually saw the lights wink out. Malaspina a real estate salesman was flying from Friday Harbor, San Juan County, to Boeing Field at 7,000 feet. He was directed by radio near Everett to descend to 5,000 feet. The Auburn Center cleared him to descend to 2,200 to pick up the Boeing Field approach marker, which is on the TP of Pier 91. I could hardly receive the center, he told the PI. Then the center handed me to Boeing Tower by radio transfer, and I noticed right directly in front of me 9 vertical lights on a collision course. We were closing fast, right directly in front of, I said, "This is a military formation," and I turned right. These 9 lights made a right oblique turn instantly. You're not supposed to turn without direction from the tower, but I turned. Just 2 seconds later, I looked over my shoulder. The Lutheran Church in America, what is it? What is it saying? Well, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. I guess he saw the church. Well, 4 rockets were fired from these objects, and they were not flares. They were rockets. 3 of them hit southeast of Green Lake. I got on the phone and told the Boeing Field Tower, there's a military formation dropping rockets. They said they had no knowledge of any military formation in the area whatsoever. These lights were just plain red and oscillating from dim to red and back to dim. By then, Malaspina was at 3,000 feet. I also don't know why in the middle there was like a weird thing about churches. I guess they got confused. It says, by then, Malaspina was estimated at 3,000 feet, and the red lights seemed to be at 7,000 or 8,000 feet. He heard another private pilot report from 6,000 feet that the objects appeared to be from 8,000 to 10,000 feet above West Seattle. Then I sighted them over West Seattle, and they were stationary. Malaspina continued, I was doing 360-degree turns beneath them, using the moon and the edge of Elliott Bay as reference points. They were stationary, then they flew back across Elliott Bay from the north end of the bay towards West Seattle, over Queen Anne Hill, and then came back towards me. I know where all these places are. I could see Queen Anne Hill.
Oh my gosh.
I chopped my recognition lights, and they came back towards me. Oh no. When I put my lights back on, they went away from me. They were definitely aircraft. I wouldn't believe it myself, but I saw it and figured this. My magnetic compass was reading 300 degrees when I made my landing at Boeing, and it should have read 130 degrees. And my clock in the plane stopped at 10:35 p.m. No! The Auburn Center confirmed it had picked up Malaspina's plane by radar and monitored his radioed reports as he pursued the objects, which thousands saw. However, no official explanation was forthcoming.
No, thank you.
No.
I don't want that. No.
No, that was the whole article. No.
No.
That's terrible. And it was here. Oh my god, the light switch.
Nope.
And it was here. That's nuts. And it was from July 8th, 1968. Direct from the source. This magazine was from June 1968.
I love this magazine.
Yeah.
It is a treasure.
Wait, how is this article from July 1968 if this... Whatever. I guess June is just when it's around. I think it was quarterly.
Sure. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that was fun.
That is scary. I love these magazines.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of
I hope I can
stories.
find something.
So I'm going to be reading more as we go along for story time because the stories are great.
You can read those for story time today, and I'll read a couple of emails from viewers.
Okay.
So that'll work very well.
Sounds good.
One more thing I wanted to bring up.
What happened to the rockets? I don't know. I guess they just flew into Green Lake.
Ugh,
Green Lake's
they're
gross.
just in the lake now.
So I don't blame them.
One thing, not a Doc Martin in the Discord wanted us to talk about an article from thescientist.com. Did you know that they shot tardigrades onto the moon?
Oh no! Also, Disney, thank you for the 1,000 bits. You got a Frake saying, do you believe the power of a curse?
Yes, I do, Frakes. So an Israeli lunar lander carrying tardigrades crashed into the moon in April, and now scientists are trying to determine if they are still alive.
No.
So they say, so basically the article stated that they believe they're probably going to be alive because we know that they can survive, any condition basically. So I don't think that they have determined that they are yet, but basically they dehydrated them, stored them in resin, or stuck on tape and packaged them in a lunar library, which was a small container filled with a microscopic archive of human history, human DNA, and the tardigrades.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal of sending the material to the moon was to store a backup of human knowledge in Earth's biology in case a life-ending event befell the planet.
Wow, that's depressing.
Yeah. So they feel like they're probably still alive. An astrobiologist stated that he would imagine they would survive for some time. The main problem with the moon is the vacuum and the high radiation, but tardigrades are proven to survive those conditions already. So, and since they're dehydrated, they're currently, or they were dormant. They were in a dormant state.
Interesting.
That means, oh, this is adorable. Oh my God. That means if they made it, they're in a tiny ball with their heads and legs retracted inward and their metabolism at 0.01% of their normal rate.
No.
So they curl up into a little ball.
No, they're just like little beans.
Oh my God. So hopefully they find out. I think that's precious. I love tardigrades. And hopefully they're alive on the moon. So when the Earth explodes and aliens find us, they can be like, oh, tardigrades. They're alive. You know, they're cute.
Yeah. Also, like, what life-ending event do we expect to just happen and we're just sending DNA to the moon? What's the point of that?
You know, maybe they know something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if they have a plan to rehydrate them. Someone mentioned in chat. Flumpton said they need to be rehydrated or they will probably die.
No.
They don't mention that in here. It's not likely. They're saying that they basically won't colonize the moon while they're dehydrated. They'll need water to reanimate. But what it means is the so-called pristine environment of the moon has been broken.
Yeah.
So they didn't really talk any further about it. So just about the moon. And maybe if we can reanimate them, they will just live on the moon. And that's exciting. And I would like it if they mutated into giant tardigrades. That's all I want.
Interesting.
So thanks for sharing that, Not a Doc Martin. It made my day because I love tardigrades and I love thinking about them.
That's very cute. And I hope that they survive on the moon. I want them to be happy.
I want them to be happy and fulfilled and live through whatever catastrophic event that is apparently going to happen.
Yes, I want that too. Yeah. Wow, these water bears built a rocket and put themselves in cryosleep.
Neat.
No.
No, so cute.
Yeah.
Yes, that is those are the updates I brought to the table. I'm very excited about this coming weekend and the Bigfoot Convention.
I'm excited too. I want to see pictures. I want to see video. I need some on the ground research.
Yes, I will live text to you, and then we should plan for whenever the Mothman Festival is for you to come out here.
Yes. Oh my God, that'd be so fun.
That's better anyway. The Bigfoot Convention, when I went the first time, I've talked about this a few times on here, but it was, I mean, you could see the photos on the website. It was literally just in a big room and like,
I mean, bring your own chairs.
Yeah, the seating area was in the middle of the room and they would turn off the lights in the entire room when they would show a video. Yeah. So you couldn't like properly look at the vendors. Maybe they have their shit together more this year, but it's definitely not a fly out here and attend worthy event. Yeah. But the Mothman Festival will be.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. I want to go. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do we have any more stories or are we storied out?
Oh yeah. I'm ready to tell you a story that was submitted if you're ready for it.
Okay. Yeah, we can go to story time. It's story time. Okay, there we go.
Okay. So it's been a while. So I will say the whole purpose of this is for Holly and the chat to determine if this story submitted from a viewer is fact or fiction. So this one does not have a sign off, so I'm going to call this anonymous. So, but if you're in the chat and this was you, please feel free to let us know. So here we go. I used to work the night shift at a rec hall in a state park. I had taken an extra shift from a coworker who needed to quarantine. When I came in, I was told to keep an eye on the camera feed. Apparently, other guards had been reporting strange scraping noises all around the building, and several scratch marks were found on the outside walls. It was around 2 a.m. when I heard a scraping sound coming from the ceiling. As the sound traveled away from me, I assumed it was just the AC or something until I heard a loud crash from somewhere in the building. I looked over all the cameras, looking for where that sound could have come from. I found it when I checked the bathroom entrances. The grate had fallen off the ductwork. Okay, one mystery solved, but how did it fall? My answer came when I saw two spindly hands creep down from the ceiling.
No!
As they found the floor, they kept snaking outward as more of its arms kept coming down. At first, I thought it was some sort of prank meant for the guy I replaced, like some sort of inflatable guy they set up to scare them. Even as I saw a black, rounded head with large yellow eyes begin descending from the ceiling, I just thought how creepy this balloon guy was until I saw those eyes blink. As I rubbed my eyes, thinking I must have been seeing things, I saw the thing drop down entirely before it slid out of view, seemingly dragging itself by its arms. I bolted out of the room, now convinced someone had broken in. By the time I got to the spot it once was, it had vanished. As I started to look for whoever was in the building now, I heard a window opening in the main area. As I got there, I saw it again. This humanoid thing looked about 6 feet tall with a slim body. Its head was round, almost circular, with the only features I could make out being those big yellow eyes. The creature's arms were already out the window as the thing itself stood a good 3 feet away from the window. It just stared at me as it pulled itself through the window and back into the forest. I asked to be put on a day shift after that. I still don't quite understand what the creature tried to accomplish getting in here. Part of me wonders if it did it just to show that it could get in. I don't really know why it would want to get in, and I don't want to know. Luckily for me, I haven't seen it since that night, though sometimes I get the feeling as though something is watching me from the treetops.
No! No! That's terrifying. See, I was gonna believe it, though, if it would have just left it at the hand. But when we saw the whole monster, I'm just like, you never see cryptids that close. Really.
It would never
happen.
It would never allow this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say fiction.
It looks like the chat is agreeing with you, and I will let you know that you got it.
Ah!
This one's made up.
That's right. Keep it to the hand next to us. Keep it to the light switch.
Holly is too skilled at this.
No, that was
she
a good
knows.
story, though. I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't like
that.
The
It
hand.
is scary.
Ugh. Yeah, it was good though. Thank you, Anonymous.
Anonymous.
I'm gonna use that as a fan now.
I know it's so hot. Oh,
yeah, it's hot. Summer is harder to do this because we're both in hot place. Well, it's not hot, but it's like hot. You know what I mean.
It's humid and gross.
Mm-hmm. I have to wear headphones. All right. Do we have one more, or is that it?
Yeah. Do you want to read one, or do you want me to read another?
I can read one more.
Okay. Let me paste one to you. This one will be from Nada Weasley, who I have seen in the chat. So it's nice of you to write into us. If Gmail will let me select things, that would be really great. Spooky trying to get my computer to work. Everyone, the scariest thing I ever go through.
The scariest.
One more piece.
Sorry, I keep futzing with my hair.
Oh, you're fine. I do that too.
Like futzing.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, story time. Ugh. In fall of 2020, my boyfriend and I wanted to take a weekend getaway to somewhere in nature so we could get away from humans and be socially distant. We settled on a cabin outside of Luray, Virginia. Do you know where that is?
Hey, yeah, that's near me.
Oh, nice. The area was beautiful and immersed in nature, which was exactly what we wanted. When we got to the cabin, we settled in, pursued the old DVD collection the host had, and our first night was very uneventful. On the second day, my boyfriend took a shower, and I chose to stay in bed. I'd heard him call out to me at one point, but couldn't really hear what he said, and the bed was comfy, so I didn't get up. Oops. When he got out of the shower, he was very confused. While in the shower, he saw a female shadow through the curtain and thought it was me. He called out to me, got no reply, and then when he opened the curtain, no one was there. I reassured him I never left the bed, and I don't know what happened. We went on about our day and didn't have any more incidents during the day.
Oh, gross. Hate that.
That night, we made dinner, set up the fire pit, and roasted some marshmallows. While enjoying our marshmallowy dessert, my boyfriend was sitting where he was facing the cabin, and I was facing away from it. He all of a sudden freaked out. He saw the same female shadow passing in front of the window of the cabin. We immediately went inside and checked around the interior of the cabin, just in case, and came up with nothing. Once again, I never saw anything except for his genuine reactions. Did she only want his attention? Did she just not care for me? Am I a basic white girl in a horror movie who's unable to perceive the obvious spooky stuff happening? The world may never know. That's it. No. No. A Blu-ray? Blu-ray, Virginia?
Yeah, what? Okay, I would like to know where this cabin is because I would definitely go stay in it. No! That is not far.
No. Well, first, do you think it's fact or fiction? I mean, I'm asking the chat, you know. I don't know, I say it's fact. That sounds scary. That sounds scary to me.
I feel like chat is agreeing with you. Well, everyone... You're right. This one is real.
No, I hate that. Ew. Throw it away.
So not a Weasley says this is fact.
Not a Weasley, no.
This is true. And I spent the rest of the trip calling out Demon, a la Shane Madej of BuzzFeed Unsolved. And now anytime something moves, shifts, or falls in my apartment, I call out to it stupidly. My boyfriend is adamant about what he saw, and I believe him. Unfortunately, I'm the one into spooky shit, and he's not about the spooky life.
Oh my god, he's not about the spooky life? But he saw it!
Get with it, dude!
Yeah, he saw it! Oh, also, thank you, Raiders. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders.
Yay!
A crow raid.
Ooh.
A crow raid. We got a crow friend? A crow friend?
Oh my gosh.
We love crow friends here.
We do. That is so cute!
No. Adorable.
But yes...
yeah, you should go stay there.
Yeah, not a Weasley if you're listening. Please DM me on Discord and let me know where this cabin is because I will go stay in it. And maybe I could do like a Ouija board thing.
Oh, is this an Airbnb, they said.
Really?
They had Young Frankenstein Dr. Horrible sing-along blog in their DVD collection.
Like, do I want to tempt fate and, like, figure out where this is in, like, Ouija board?
The DVD collection alone sounds pretty sick, so...
Yeah. Ouija board. Ouija board TM.
Yeah. Or you could try a Ouija board. I don't know.
If you find it, let me know and DM me. Like, if you have that Airbnb thing in history.
I think you should go.
Send it to me. I would do it. I will do it.
Since we just had a raid, I will do one more story from the 1968 flying saucer, June 1968 flying saucer, Amalgamated Flying Saucer Clubs of America, vintage magazine. Go for the DVD collection, stay for the ghosts.
Stay for the ghosts.
Oh my god, I hate it. No, it sounds like that ghost only wants to like show themselves to guys. Too.
I'll take Jack with me.
I was gonna say, so you're gonna have to take. I won't tell him why. Don't tell him why. See if he sees you. That's actually a pretty good like blind experiment.
Yeah, that's true. Because then he would go in with zero expectations.
Yeah, but he has to do it before he edits this episode.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta do it fast, everyone.
You gotta do it fast. All right, let's do one more story time. This one is super weird. It's from, let's see. Doesn't say where, but it's from Thursday, July 20th, 1967. And it says, where do flying saucer spacemen come from? Rick, who's 15, has it figured out.
Oh, okay.
All right, story time. He has it figured out. There's also a picture of him.
All right,
this is by Bruce McCulloch. Rick Smith of 112 Writers Mill Road, Penn Valley, which I guess is a time when you can just put your address into the newspaper. Did you just say he was 15? Yes, but this is back in a time when it's just okay to dox yourself in 1967.
Oh my god.
Anyway, is mainline unit director. Oh, he's the mainline unit director of the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America? Wow.
Oh my god.
He has a theory that spacemen live on a planet inside the moon, and has been able to win over 2 old ladies in Narberth so far as flying saucer watchers. Rick is 15. The young man aims to interest other mainliners to take flying saucers seriously, to join the AFSCA, and to report to him the sighting of flying objects they are unable to identify. Perhaps if we are more hospitable to the little spacemen instead of scaring them off, they may help us to solve the problems of this tired old world, he believes.
Oh my god. 15!
It's so funny. Oh my god. They must be highly intelligent and certainly so much further advanced than we are to be able to do what they do, he told me when I called at his Penn Valley home last Friday. When I arrived, he was just completing a UFO detector, which he had begun the day before. Essentially, the detector is nothing more than a compass. When a sudden magnetic field of the type flying saucers allegedly generate deflects the magnet hanging between the round loop of wire. It closes the circuit and activates the buzzer. It can be constructed in about an hour or less for no more than $1 or $2 and placed inside a glass or plastic bottle. He saw one himself. Flying saucers have been variously reported on the main line, especially the upper end. In fact, he spotted one himself once. When I was about 8, he recalled, we were all sitting around one night watching the Flintstones on television.
Oh my god.
And my father saw something outside the window. It looked like a huge rocket flame, at least 500 feet long. It kept blinking on and off for about 3 minutes, and then it headed for Ardmore and disappeared. My father thought it was a balloon, he continued, but I didn't. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to classify it. Rick hopes to spot another flying saucer soon, provided with a pair of binoculars and now his UFO detector. He spends about an hour a night looking out his second-floor bedroom window, scanning the skies. How did he first get interested in flying saucers seriously? Well, forgetting the one I saw for a minute, he said, I guess it all started about 3 years ago. I was at a friend's home, and I spotted a book called The Flying Saucer Conspiracy. I said, what's this? And he said, some dumb book.
Some dumb book.
Well, I took it home with me and read it. It was really fascinating. About a year ago, he started reading all the flying saucer magazines he could get his hands on. There are a lot of them, but really what got him going was, oddly enough, Joe Pine. Joe had William Moseley, he's a big flying saucer guy, on his TV show, Rick explained. And he said the guy was nuts. That was enough for Rick, and he wrote the Amalgamated Flying Saucer Club of America, whose international headquarters are located in Los Angeles, and applied for membership. It cost only $1, Rick said, plus a $3 a year subscription to their Flying Saucer magazine, the one I'm holding in my hands right now.
Ooh!
The AFSCA representative did a great deal of preaching on flying saucers when he was a student at Welsh Valley Junior High School last year and said that, on the whole, the reaction from the kids was good. He intended to continue his talks at Harrington High School when he goes there in September. Enforced security, ? The Penn Valley boy has certain theories in connection with the subject in which he is so deeply interested. Have you ever read about flying saucers in a magazine or newspaper since 1963, he asked. If you have, it must have been a small article. The Air Force must have found out something big, and now they are clamping down on the press. They have to deny the existence of the saucers in order to avoid panic, and if they did admit there really were flying saucers from outer space, it would just prove that they had been lying all the time.
He's not
right,
wrong.
Even today.
He's not wrong. Even today, this is relevant.
It's so long ago, and it's not wrong. Did you hear about the 2 flying saucers that buzzed one of the Gemini spacecrafts? He went on. I got that information from inside tabs, which even my own parents don't know. This kid's awesome. A lot of the saucer sightings are explained away by saying they were only weather balloons. Rick continued, but how many balloons can go 45,000 miles per hour? He would like to know. Some authorities say flying saucers are only hallucinations, but how can a hallucination be tracked on radar? Rick seriously believes that the people from outer space could guide us all to a better world, a better and more pleasant world. We could gain a tremendous amount of scientific and technical knowledge from these space people, he argues. We could completely abolish disease, poverty, and smog. We could solve the problems of automation and unemployment resulting from it. We could figure out a way to finance all public works projects in 8 other countries without taxation. What? This kid's very altruistic for the like 60s. What this all amounts to, Rick says, is a transformation from our present chaotic state into a utopia-like society. Far beyond anything conceived in hallucinatory dreams. Next section. Don't shoot 'em. But none of this will happen, he warned, unless we all recognize the existence of flying saucers and greet the people from outer space in a friendly manner. They're not going to land unless we do, and we certainly shouldn't try to shoot them down, he went on. I mean, we couldn't possibly hit one if we've tried. We shouldn't even try. Rick cited as an example an incident in Washington, D.C. in June 1956, where 9 saucers were observed flying over the Capitol. We've talked about that one. We talked about that incident. The Air Force issued orders
Yeah.
to shoot the unidentified flying objects down, so the people from outer space were forced to leave the scene. We shouldn't have scared them off like that, he said. They were only trying to help. And,
God.
yeah,
This kid.
That's it. Yeah, there's a picture of him. Do you want to see the kid?
Yes, this kid's my hero.
He's great. What's his name again? Rick Smith. How many Rick Smiths are there? Probably a lot. There he
What
is.
is address?
There he is, looking. I think they not photoshopped. It's the '60s, but they put a little UFO in there.
Oh my gosh.
That's him, Rick Smith.
You should look him up in the phone book and see if he still lives at the same address.
God, right? Yeah, I hope he went places. It's like my dad's age, like 15 in 1968. It's like a little bit older than my dad. That's so funny. Like 5 years older, I think. That's so
amazing.
funny.
I love that.
Yeah. So back in 1968, kids were pretty much saying the exact same thing we say today. That's
They
cool.
knew. This kid knew.
And he was also like, don't shoot at them. Just don't shoot at them.
Don't shoot at them. They're trying to help.
Yeah, which I feel like he's right. You remember that part?
It's exactly like now. He's exactly right.
Yeah. You remember that part in Independence Day where they're like, don't shoot at the spaceship, Los Angelinos, or you may inadvertently start an interstellar war.
Yeah.
I mean, they were hostile, so that doesn't really matter, but, you know.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah. Oh, well, I hope you all enjoyed that. Don't worry, we have plenty. I have plenty of these maps. we got more of these articles coming later, and a zine that I found. I don't know if we're going to read it because it's real weird. But I found a zine, I mean, that's the best thing I can call it, from 1965, that says, Adventures in Space.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
I know, it's great, but I think it's just about banging.
Oh, stop. Oh, that weird. Yeah, the people who want to sleep with aliens.
Yeah,
Not my favorite.
It's
thing.
just about banging.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know, but the font inside, I don't know if, the font inside is incredible. Like, look, I'm just gonna see the font. Look at this font. Like, oh, you can't see. Yeah, it's like some weird.
Oh, it's like Animorphs.
Yeah, it's like Animorphs. It's such a good font.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, this is weird. We're gonna explore it, but it's weird. So
I'm excited. I mean, I'm scared, but I'm excited.
Yeah, it's clap those cheeks.
Clap those alien cheeks.
Clap those cheeks. But yeah, thank you for joining us for our first episode of season 3 of Spooky Scouts, now called Spooky Scouts, not Spooky Saturday, because sometimes we don't want to do it on a Saturday.
By sometimes, we mean most times.
Most times. And I think it's better to change the day as long as we continue to do the show. That way, other people can watch it if you're busy.
Yeah.
Some people only work on weekends.
That is true.
It's true. Yeah, so we will be uploading this to YouTube. I think Jack is almost done with our last few episodes going up on the podcast servers. So if you missed any of our last episodes, there's lots of episodes on the podcast servers. I have a better mic now, so this one will sound better, which is nice.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, which is exciting. But yeah, thank you for all the gifted subs. Oh, and there's Jack in the chat. Thank you, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
I hope you didn't hear about the ghost.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. But yeah, thanks for still being here. We just appreciate you being here. I appreciate you coming and watching the silly things that we do, and all of your support and kindness. And we will see you. We'll see you next time. We will tweet out when the next episode will be, so that you know the date and time. So keep your eyes and ears peeled.
Yeah, it might change. I feel like we're going to be a little more flexible this time, like Holly mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
we'll be a
keep
bit
an eye
more
out.
flexible, so just keep an eye out. And I'll also put it on Twitch. Twitch now has a thing where you can schedule a stream. So as soon as I know, I can put it on Twitch and it'll actually say it, like, oh, hey, it's coming up. So Twitch actually does that now, which is nice.
Ooh.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, there are other episodes of Spooky Scouts on Spotify and all of your other favorite podcast networks. And if you'd like to support us, head on over to SpookyScouts.com and check out the store, as well as the Spooky Scouts Patreon. Keep your eyes on the sky, Spooky Scouts!